Imagine this: you've stored all your family's photos, business documents, or even your entire career's work in the cloud. Now, what if one accidental click or one rogue insider could delete everything? Scary, right? That's exactly the kind of nightmare Amazon wanted to solve with Amazon Lock. Amazon Lock is like putting your data in the vault that even you can tamper with unless certain conditions are met. It ensures that your information is safe from accidental edits, malicious changes, or outright deletion. There are two types of locks you should know about. Read only lock. Think of this as a museum glass. You can look at them, admire them, even show them to others, but you can't touch or change what's inside. This is powerful because it ensures that your data is always preserved exactly as it was at the time of locking. Delete lock. This is like putting a padlock on your safe and throwing the key into the ocean. Even if someone has access, they can't delete what's inside. Delete lock ensures your data stays there, safe and untouchable, until you, the rightful owner, decides otherwise. In short, read only lock protects from changes. Delete lock protects from deletion. Both of this lock give you control and peace of mind. No accidental clicks, no panic moments, just protection. Now enough with the theory. Let's get into the real deal. I'll share my screen and walk you through how Amazon Lock works and how you can actually apply read only and delete locks to protect your own resources. Alright, so you're welcome to my portal. And the first thing that we're going to be doing for us to test our Azure locks is to create a resource group. This is usually the first step for anything that you want to do on the portal, usually. So, like I said, we're creating the resource group, and I have it here. So, you just click on it. Okay, come here and create. Okay, so for my resource group name, I want to do Easy Locks as my name. Okay, and then review and create. All right, create. So while this is creating, the next step that we will be doing is creating a virtual machine. Okay, and to create a virtual machine is quite simple. We'll just have to come here, come over to virtual machines here. Okay, so under virtual machine, you see create virtual machine. Okay, so for my resource group, we already created a resource group, Easy Locks. For the virtual machine name, let us do AZ VM Locks. All right. Okay, so region is US, availability options, availability zone. That's all good. Okay, so zone one. Yeah, my imaging is good too. My image is good too because I wanted to use Windows, so image is good. However, we have an error here that this size is not available in zone 1. Zone 3 are supported. So we have to come over here and uncheck this and check this. So okay, see that has cleared off. You can see that the error has cleared off. And the next thing we're going to be doing is to confirm password. I mean, this I saved it. It's just what I just do just to save me time. So you can set your username and your password to anything that you want. Mine is already in saved. So next up is Dix. Okay, so we can set the Dix type to standard because it's a hands-on for now, just testing, so it doesn't have to be in premium. So the next thing, everything else looks good. The next thing is networking. So we wouldn't be using this for this particular hands-on, so you can just leave everything as default. Move on to management. Okay. We don't need all this for now. Monitoring. Okay, we can disable both diagnostics. Okay, and advanced, good. Tags good too. So we can review and create then. Okay, so we can see now that our VM has been deployed. And the next thing we're going to do is to go to resource. Okay. And under resource, we were going to, add in the locks and see how they function independently. So we come over here to settings, and under settings we can see locks here. So when we click on locks here, you can see that this resource has no lock, but it's still loading because it is supposed to give us option. Okay, so like I said, it's still loading. We can add lock here. So for read only, there are two lock types here. We have the read only and delete. So we're going to try with the read only first, and we're going to give this lock name all right. So okay, that is creating our lock, and we would go back to our virtual machine and try to test them to see how this read only lock actually functions. So this is the lock that has been created. We'll go back to our overview, and in our overview we're going to try to restart, stop, delete our locks. So let's come here and dismiss all so that we can test to see. So we'll come over here to restart. Yes. As you can see, fail to restart our virtual machine. Okay, so let's try to stop our virtual machine. You can see the error message, fail to stop virtual machine. Let's try to delete then. Let's say we want to apply force delete and read the terms and condition, delete. So you can see fail to delete virtual machine. So we can see that we cannot restart, stop, or delete this virtual machine. So let us change the lock and see how delete lock actually functions. So we'll come over to the same way that we did, come over to locks, and we come here to delete. Okay, delete this lock. Okay, so come here to add. Okay, so I gave my lock name Deluxe. So come over here and see how that is going to function. So for the delete log has been created, go back to overview and see how we can, test around to see how it actually works. So let's restart our virtual machine. Starting virtual machine. So let us try to see if we can stop this virtual machine. Okay. As you can see that our virtual machine has been stopped. So we're going to proceed to try to delete this virtual machine. I'm just wrapping this hands-on between restart, stop, and delete. You can try out other things if you like, but I'm just going to do restart, stop, and delete. So the next one is we're trying to delete this virtual machine. So delete virtual machine. Okay. Let's just delete everything. I've read and understand that this. Okay. And we can see that to delete this virtual machine, we got an error. How so? So I hope you've been able to understand the differences between these two. For read only, the only thing you can do is read. You cannot do anything on that virtual machine. Anything. But for the delete lock, you can do everything except delete. So we've come to the end of this hands-on. Quite short, right? I can promise you that the ones coming after this are going to be short because you're in for some real work. That aside, thank you so much for your time, and I would hope to see you next time in our Azure Security Week. And that's how Amazon locks keep your cloud words safe. If you found this explanation helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more simple but powerful cloud security stories.